To remove and install the trailing arms on your RZR XP, follow these steps. Park the vehicle on a flat level surface, ensure it is in park, and remove the key. Next, remove and discard the cotter pin from the wheel hub castle nut. Continue by loosening the castle nut. Next, loosen the lug nuts while the vehicle is on the ground, but do not remove it this time. Then safely elevate the vehicle. Reference your owner's manual for proper lifting techniques. Once safely elevated, remove the lug nuts and set aside. Then remove the wheel and set aside. Then remove and retain the brake line cover fasteners and remove the cover. Next, remove and discard the brake caliper fasteners and remove the brake caliper from the brake disc. Carefully remove the caliper from the hub. Ensure the caliper is supported with a wire hanger, rope, or retention strap to avoid damaging the brake line. Next, remove and discard the castle nut and cone washer from the wheel hub. Next, remove the wheel hub assembly from the bearing carrier. A puller tool may be required to remove the bearing carrier. Next, remove the bolts, washers, and nuts for the upper and lower radius rods. Discard the nuts. Swing the radius rod down and discard the nut. While supporting the trailing arm from underneath, remove the lower shock mounting bolt and nut. Discard the nut. Support the trailing arm with a suitable jack stand or support. Then, remove the stabilizer bar mount bolt and nut, discard the nut. Next, remove the 5 remaining bolts that attach the rear bearing carrier to the trailing arm. Discard the nuts. Continue by pulling the bearing carrier away from the drive shaft and trailing arm to remove from the vehicle. Next, remove and retain the 4 fasteners that secure the brake line retainers to the trailing arm. Continue by removing and retaining the front trailing arm bolt and remove the trailing arm. Discard the nut. Next, inspect the trailing arm bushings and spherical bearings for wear or damage and replace if necessary. If reusing the trailing arm, thoroughly clean with a shop rag before reinstalling. Next, align the trailing arm with the mounting holes in the frame. Reinstall the retained fastener from the outside and loosely install a new nut. Next, insert the half shaft through the bearing carrier and push the carrier against the shaft until fully seated. Then reinstall 3 retained fasteners through the bearing carrier and loosely secure with the retained washers and new nuts. Continue by torquing the rear bearing carrier fasteners to specification. Then insert the lower stabilizer bar linkage into the trailing arm and loosely secure with a new nut. Continue by aligning the shock with the mounting holes on the trailing arm. Then reinstall the retained lower shock fastener from the outside and loosely secure with a new nut. Next, torque the trailing arm mounting fastener to specification. Then torque the rear stabilizer bar linkage nut to specification. Continue by torquing the rear shock mounting fastener to specification. Next, align the radius rods with the bearing carrier and reinstall the retained fasteners from the rear of the vehicle. Then loosely install new nuts. Continue by torquing the outer radius rod mounting fasteners to specification. Next, align the hub assembly with the splines on the drive shaft and push the assembly against the bearing carrier until fully seated. Be sure to remove any straps or supports used. Then loosely install a new domed washer, dome side out, and a castle nut. Then carefully slide the caliper assembly onto the brake disc, ensuring the brake rotor is between the two pads. Next, install new brake caliper fasteners and torque to specification. Before continuing, ensure any items used to secure the brake caliper are removed from the wheel well. After this, reinstall the brake line cover and retain fasteners. Torque to specification. Next, reinstall the wheel on the vehicle and tighten the lug nuts until fully seated. Then safely lower the vehicle until the tires begin to touch the ground. This will help keep the wheel in place when torquing. Once lowered, torque the lug nuts to specification in a crisscross pattern. Then torque the wheel hub castle nut to specification. Continue by inserting a new cotter pin and bend around the castle nut to secure. If necessary, tighten the castle nut to align the cotter pin holes. Finally, lower the vehicle completely. For more information, see your authorized Polaris dealer or visit Polaris.com.